We'll close this off because I have, I think, the best advice of all out of the 3,000 or whatever comments we got.
Okay.
This is from a very interesting user handle. It's egg yolk 2519.
Okay.
And the advice is breathe.
I tend to not breathe when I'm close to raw eggs, or especially eggs which are being cooked. But otherwise, I get it.
I'll leave his username out of it. I think this is such great advice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, the one thing we do when we are not comfortable is hold our breath. It's crazy, right? And it happens biologically in all of these situations. So if you're on a lap where you're going faster at the racetrack than you're comfortable with, what's your problem? You're running out of breath. Why? Because you're holding your breath. What happens when you go into a situation where somebody doing something on the road and it's beginning to make you more and more aggravated? You're beginning to get tense and hold your breath. And what you need to do is take a deep breath. And I'm telling you, so many of my friends have been in situations, and I've been in situations, and the most common advice I've given them, and I'm very solution oriented, take a deep breath. Yeah. And there's so many situations in life, not just automobiles, where it applies, right?
I will connect it to sports.
Hmm.
So, for instance, archery. I enjoy doing archery, and I've done a little bit.
Hmm.
All of that, everything, when you need to clarify and distill, it comes down to breath.
Yeah.
Golf,
Hmm.
motorcycles, driving, everything.
Correct.
It comes down to breath. There's nothing. If you think about all the movies in which there's this dramatic moment where, let's say it's a sports movie and it's the last moment and he has to get that shot and do that last sprint. What does it come down to? It comes down to that slowing down of everything.
Correct.
And that sound of the breath and the heartbeat going.
Correct.
That's it. It comes down to that.
Yeah.
It's what centers you. It's what focuses you. And it's what gets you in the zone to take better decisions.
Yeah,
I
in
think
fact,
it just comes to that.
I'll give you a direct example, sports example. We were hanging out with Ashish Rawrani, who went to the Dakar, and Ashish said the whole game is to keep your heart rate down. Right? I was like, what do you mean? So he says, when you're new and this terrain is new and the motorcycle is new and all of this, everything raises your anxiety and it causes you to become more and more tense. And what happens? You breathe faster, your heart pumps faster, and then things are happening at a pace that you're not happy about. So what do you do? So I say, what do you do? He says, you do everything that is required to restore your heartbeat to a much lower level. You breathe more gently and more softly, and you just calm yourself down. Take a deep breath.
Man, this ties everything up practically.
Yeah, the whole advice is about this, right? It's
Breathe.
take a deep breath, right? If you're trying to work out a skill and it's beginning to aggravate you and you're getting tense about it, then you're not going to learn anything because your brain is busy being angry, right? Take a deep breath. It's great advice. It's awesome advice. Thank you so much.
It's lovely, man. It actually takes everything and pulls it together.
That's why I kept it for last. I think it's superb advice.
Yeah.
And it's one word advice, okay? His entire comment is one word. Breathe. It's awesome.
What gave you the idea that we talk about cars and bikes? We talk about physical health, mental health, family, relationships, travel, and a lot more. Head on to the main MotorInc channel and catch up on all of that, plus cars and bikes.